Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, I want to make a different video. I want to watch a video with you guys, still addressing the issue of Parliament. But this time, I want to zoom in on the leader of the NCC, the National Colored Congress, Mr. Fadiel Adams. Wow. What a man. When we want people to come and represent colored people, and I still see colored people as African people, as our people, as black people. But anyway, you know the situation in South Africa. There is that classification that divides them and segregates colored people. So when we talk about a person that must represent colored people, it cannot be Gator Mackenzie. It must be this man. It must be this man. The way this man speaks, the way this man behaves, the way, he's the type of a man that we need in politics, you know. And I want to watch this video with you guys and I give you my reaction to how he speaks from the heart, how he addressed President Cyril Ramaphosa. Guys, let's watch this. Confidence.
Honorable Speaker, House Chair, Mr. President, Honorable Deputy President,
Mr. President, not Honorable President.
House Chair, I just need to put it on the record that I find it deplorable that this House cannot recognize a former president of this country.
Yeah?
But it was willing to recognize an apartheid president in F.W. de Klerk.
Exactly. They refuse to recognize Jacob Zuma.
Former President Jacob Zuma is still here. Welcome, sir.
Msholozi.
House Chair, I want to ask that you listen. You might just learn something. You know, Mr. President, I listened to your speech last night, and it wasn't a terrible speech. But I've heard 6 of them before, and the outcome has always been the same. Another year of nothingness. Mr. President, as I speak to you now, it is raining in Cape Town and it is raining bullets on the Cape Flats, and no plan has been put forward to save the long-suffering colored child. Mr. President, I'm going to say to you today that when you were speaking last night, the cheer from the right wing was so loud, I could have sworn Verwoerd was standing in the front here. But, Mr. President, listen when I tell you, Graça Machel says, the day my oppressor applauds me, know that I've betrayed you. Mr. President, the NCC is here to ask a question. Has Solomon Mahlangu been betrayed by you and what purports to be an ANC?
Yes.
Has the memory of Ashley Creel been betrayed by you and what purports to be an ANC? Mr. President, the ANC is no more. Mr. President, it is interesting to hear the white supremacists raise the issue of VBS as if Pala never happened. It is interesting, Mr. President, that Pala is being swept under the rug by the same people who brought it up. Mr. President, the NCC has the national question. It is not the colored question. Was Pala's money the deposit for the sale of the poor's rights in South Africa? Minister Mackenzie, my brother, my bro, you have lauded the president for bringing the colored question. Why has it taken this man 6 years? Why are our people still dying? Mr. President, your fine speech, it offers no warmth to those feeling cold today. Your fine speech, it does not put away the pains of hunger suffered by millions of our people, induced by the Democratic Alliance and their predecessor, the National Party. To the government of national unity, let me give you a message. We shall overcome. In spite of what you do, we shall overcome. Thank you.
Yo.
The next speaker on the podium.
Oh, oh, yo, guys, Mr. Adams,
So, the leader of the, you're one of the leaders of the Progressive Caucus, right?
A reluctant leader, but yeah.
Why reluctant?
Who wants the job? Who wants the media scrutiny? Who wants to get shot at every day? Someone's got to do it, though.
Honestly speaking, the political rhetoric aside, what are your expectations of the speech tonight by President Ramaphosa?
I'm here to listen to John Forster speak, and here Hendrik van Verwoek speak. Pik Botha will speak. If W. de Klerk will speak, they will speak through the president.
You believe that Ramaphosa is totally captured?
Man's a puppet, man. If he was captured, we could deal with it. We've had captured presidents before. But this one, he's the real estate agent of the sale of the land.
Who's captured him and how?
Sir, all of South Africa knows that the Oppenheimers run the show. All of us know. We will listen to the lies and we will be back with a response. That's politics. You see, the sale of the country has happened. We will overthrow it constitutionally.
I take my head off for you. I take my head off for you, sir. You are the type of leaders that we are crying for in South Africa. Leaders like you are far in between. We are looking for people like you, Mr. Adams. My goodness. My goodness. Did you guys hear the passion of that man? And you ask yourself, Abu Cyril Ramaphosa, when they speak and the DA are applauding them, what are they thinking, these people? What are they thinking? How do they feel? How do they sleep at night knowing that the enemies, my enemies, are applauding me? How far are they in this thing, these people, that they can't even look back and say, "Hi man, let's return now. Let's go back to where we come from. Let's return to our old self." The ANC, like Mr. Adams is saying, is totally dead. We are no longer, we must give, I know we call it DANC now, but we must give these people a proper name. We must give them a proper name. They deserve another name. It's not ANC. And this is not the ANC. Jacob Zuma was right. I mean, are we sick? Huh? Who think the EFF, the ATM, the what you call, the NCC, the NK, following these parties, saying these parties want the interest of black people. Are we not normal? What is wrong with us? Is there, you know, because sometimes in life you have to sit down and introspect yourself and say, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Huh? Have you ever guys sat down and say, hey, maybe Fikile Mbalula is right. Maybe Cyril Ramaphosa is right. Maybe Helen Zille is right. Maybe John Steenhuisen is right. Maybe we are the ones who are wrong. Sometimes you must sit down and just think. And the more I think of that, the more I think I am right. What is wrong with these people of the ANC? It's a pure embarrassment what is happening in the ANC. Pure embarrassment. I can't believe that our leaders have sold the black people out like this. I can't believe it. Guys, that is why it is so important for us as Africans to build our own institutions. It's so important for us as Africans to back black parties, to back black institutions that are for advancing the African agenda. It's very important. It's very important. We have built PASETA. And in PASETA, we are asking only 10,000 people to donate 50 rand. We have identified the land, the team. You guys have seen the team. The team is ready to build your school. We've been crying, we've been complaining, we've been saying we want to do something as black people. PASETA is exactly that thing that we want to do. We have talked is enough, ladies and gentlemen, as Africans. We have opened enough social media accounts We are famous on TikTok. We are famous on Facebook. We are famous on X. We are famous on YouTube. But we are doing nothing on the ground. Let's build PASETA. Take the account number of PASETA and send your 50 rand. And I'm saying 50 rand as a benchmark, as a minimum for some of us who don't have money. For some of us who do have money, please send more. And thank you for everyone that has contributed to PASETA. You guys, you are raising our spirit. The 5 gentlemen that have raised their hand to say they want to build this school, you have raised their spirit with your 50 rand. Thank you to everyone that have raised their 50 rand. The time for talking is over. It's time we act now. Let's build institutions. We have seen and we have watched enough Orania, we have watched enough AfriForum, we have watched enough other people getting organized. It's time for us as Africans to be organized behind PASETA. I'm telling you. Leaders like this, Fadiel, Adams, these are the type of leaders that we need in South Africa. Those are the type of leaders. And it's time that we support them. So please, I'm making a plea. I'm making a cry to everyone who's working, by the way. If you're not working, it's fine, I understand. Those who are working, spare a 50 rand, please, for PASETA. There's so many things that we need to do in the next 3 months. You guys have seen, I've given you guys the presentation. If you haven't, go and watch that video. It will give you full information on what this school, this Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture, or what it's all about. Please go and watch that video. And when you come back, make sure you send your contribution of 50 rand. Whether you e-wallet it, you send it to the bank, or you cash send us, whatever, you PayPal us, whatever you are doing, make your contribution. Let us be a generation that is going to take responsibility, and not a generation that is going to end up with talking on social media. I ask the question, after you have liberated the mind, then what? After you have said, okay, we are Pan-Africanists, we love Africans, we are backing Africans, we want to do great things, then what? After you have liberated the mind, then what? That's why you see our African brothers and sisters starting parties like the NCC. It's after the then what. The then what requires action. We as Africa, we've been labeled as people who don't support each other. People are saying, King, people will not support the school. Black people will not support the school. You will end up running and asking for funding from white monopoly capitalists because your own people will not believe in your dream. And I said, never. Our people are going to show this time around that they can stand up and support a black dream. And it will raise, this is not our school. This is not your school. This is the school for our children. It's the school for the future generation. Oh my goodness, I'm preaching about the school now. Sorry, Mr. Fadiel Adams. Yeah, this is your video. Thank you so much, Mr. Adams. Thank you so much for those who have voted for this small party to at least be in parliament. It's very important. I love what I'm seeing from the NCC. I'm going to keep my eye out on this beautiful party. I love it so much. Okay, guys. So please send your money to PASETA. Send your money to PASETA. Send your money to PASETA. Send your 50 rand to PASETA. Make sure that you send your money to PASETA, guys. We appreciate every single contribution and donation. There's no donation that is small or donation that is big or big. Every little contribution that you make to the school, we appreciate it, and we ask that God enlarges your territory. May you never lack financially for funding this African dream. Thank you so much, guys. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace and Pan-Africanism. I salute you. PASETA.